What is happening to our pros, man? Everybody is dudding right now. In today's video, we are going to talk about how Peterbot and Puyo are currently not even top 100 on the leaderboard. And we got an explanation from Pollo as well on what has been going on between them, as well as just so many of our other big name teams really struggling. And it is starting to get kind of concerning. Real quick before this video starts though, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. We're continuing to shout out people every single video that DM me proof to my Twitter of them using code KDOG. So shout out to these two people on the screen right here. Thank you guys so much for showing support to the channel. Make sure you guys follow me on my Twitch or come back here on the day of finals if you guys want to watch the NA finals with me. Let's of course though start this video off on a more positive note with everybody that is currently on pace to be able to qualify. Like first place, this duo looks like they might really just be back. Clicks and Higgs are currently winning the opens with 587 points. They didn't win a single game today, but they did still finish with the most elims in all of opens with 115 total elims. This duo yesterday won 2 out of 4 games in the Eval Cup finals. Today they come out and win the opens. Now they were not quite able to qualify in one singular day because you're probably going to need around 630 points to qual, but this team got about as close as you possibly can to that, and they really are just making me so excited for what they could potentially do in these Div Cup finals now, because it seems like they are finally starting to show some real progression as a duo. We have talked so much on this channel about should Clicks and Higgs split, should Higgs drop Clicks and play with Rapid and just completely stop IGLing, but this is finally the progression I have wanted to see out of them, and I just need to see it in the Div Cup finals now. This might be the week that I finally predict Clicks and Higgs back inside of my top 5. Second place though was Creon and Zavi on 576. Third place was Dozier. Fourth was Aiden. Fifth was Curve and Craze on 505. Sixth place was Jargon King. Seventh place was Ritual and Cold. They finished on 490 points, won 2 out of their 10 matches, and finished this tournament with the second most elims, getting 106 total elims. And hey, we're gonna go over them later, but Epic Will and Pump are currently not on pace to be able to qualify right now, so maybe we will finally get to see Ritual and Cold from a fully uncontested drop spot in the finals. 8th place though is Mason and Chance. 9th place is Virgo and Rezi, and then rounding out the top 10 is actually one of my favorite new duos for the rest of the season of Queasy and Curly on 474. They won 2 out of their 9 matches, got 64 total elims. If you guys are a little bit confused, like what in the world is going on here, why is Queasy playing on NA? Well, Queasy is actually going to be NA for the rest of this season, I'm pretty sure, and he ended up picking up Curly to play with. Yes, the same Curly that played with Ree and Cooper for globals, and they are currently top 10 on the leaderboard after day 1 of the opens. I am very excited to see what Queasy can actually do in an NA set lobby finals. 12th place is Muzz and Ree on 465, another one of the duos that has just been going up and up every single week. 15th place is Adriz and Yamzo on 444. They won 1 out of their 9 matches, got 81 total elims. They've been one of the more consistent duos on NA, but have still yet to win a Div Cup finals yet, so I'm curious if that trend is going to be changing or not soon. And I feel like we see this every single tournament, but we got to see another Adriz and Yamzo versus Peterbot and Puyo, and this time Adriz and Yamzo actually came out on top.
Nice.
Bro, this guy on low ground actually is the fucking most weird player
140,
I've ever
140
played.
ammo. They're both 1 HP.
Makes so much sense. So much sense. Alright. What? That makes so much sense though. Playing that weird. They're so bad too.
Yeah, I'm dead. Nice. Nice. Other one's not really it.
19th place is Rapid and Threats on 424. They won one of their 9 matches and got 67 total elims as well. Aviv ended up playing this with Gary and they finished in 28th place because if you guys didn't know, Booga and Aviv did split up, and we'll go over how Booga did later. Ark and Kanata finished in 33rd place, 361 points, 1 out of 10 game wins, 68 total elims as well. And then that is about it for all of our big names that are currently on pace to be able to qualify. So we do have a couple of really good duos that are just outside that qual range, like Oliver OG and Carillion in 55th, G Money and Rise in 63rd. This duo, I have to admit, has been a little bit underwhelming so far in the Div Cup finals, so I hope that they're able to lock in, be able to qualify, and then have a good finals performance. One of the duos that is struggling a little bit that I was kind of surprised to see was 66th place of Acorn and Bolt. They finished with only 304 points, didn't win any games, and also only got 42 total elims after day number 1. For pretty much all of these duos though that are just barely on the edge of qualifying right now, I'm not really too worried about any of them. 80th place we have Cooper and Sphinx on 290. They're coming off of their best finals performance of the season, so I'm hoping that they're able to make yet another finals and keep that momentum going. We have Epicwell and Pump in 90th place on 284 points, won 1 out of their 8 matches, 39 total elims as well. This has been the duo that we've seen contest Ritual and Cold all season long so far, and it seems like they still don't really have any intention of leaving. So I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to make the finals tomorrow or not. And then our big one in 154th place, we have Peterbot and Puyo. Now this duo finished with only 233 points in 10 total matches and only 61 elims today as well. This duo did not play a single end game today. They didn't even get a single game where they finished inside of the top 10. This duo legit ran out of matches in less than 2 hours today. Watching them today was honestly just insane. The vibes on both of them just seem to be so shot right now. It seems like Peter honestly really does just not enjoy playing at all right now. He was literally even playing on controller at one point in this tournament. Like, I don't know what is actually going on with these guys right now. Their last 3 tournament performances are 10th place in the Div Cup finals, 24th place in the Div Cup finals. They even yesterday didn't win any Eval Cup games for the first time this entire season. And now today they are currently in 154th place after day number 1. This duo is probably going to need around a 400 point day tomorrow if they want to be able to make it to the finals, and I do still pretty much fully believe that they will be able to qualify for the finals, but you can just tell that something is off for this duo right now. And here's a clip of Pollo talking about what he kind of thinks has been going on with them.
What do you think caused this? Probably no FNCS, right? It's got to be.
No FNCS, double pump is in the game, no mythics, no exotics. We're the worst players with crash pads. We die off every crash pad. There's only like 2 weeks left of this season, so like there's nothing to even like fix because like it's gonna be over either way. So like I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, you can toss this up to them just not really caring about the rest of the season, but I feel like if we're going to be super critical about duos like Clicks and Higgs not placing well, then we have to give the same type of energy to Peter and Pollo when they don't also. Literally as soon as duo started and Peter and Pollo won back-to-back duo cash cups, it was, oh, this duo isn't even playing at their best and they're still winning tournaments. They're going to win everything next year. And now literally just 2 or 3 weeks later, it's like, oh, they don't even care about the tournaments. It doesn't even matter that they're doing bad. I feel like we got to give some sort of the same type of energy. If we're going to say that Clicks and Higgs need to be better, then we also have to hold Peter and Pollo to that same standard, if not even higher, just based on what they have already accomplished. But I still think that they will be able to qualify, but this was definitely a very rough day from them. Another duo that the new duo experiment hasn't necessarily been going the greatest so far, 288th place is Donnie and Booga on 159. They didn't win any games today, got 19 total elims in 10 matches, so only an average elims of 1.9 a game. These guys were not able to qualify for the Eval Cup finals yesterday. They played today and they currently are in 288th place. So these guys are also going to need a huge day tomorrow if they want to be able to make the finals. Now moving on to what the current statistics look like after day 1 of the opens. The highest damage ratio is Zavi with a 2.70. The most damage to players is Higgs with 14,954. Second place is Cold with 13,000. and then third is Clicks with 12,000, and the most elims is pretty much led by 9 elims, where Cold currently has 70 after day number 1, Higgs is in second with 61, Clicks in third, Curly in fourth, Rezi in fifth, Avery in sixth, Threats in seventh, Creon in eighth, Agers in ninth, and then Dozier in 10th. The most assists is Mason, and then Ritual right under him, and then here is all of the other statistics as well if you guys care about any of these. NA, we did have a couple of really big names struggled today, but it was nowhere near the level of what we saw on EU. Now in EU, bro, how much longer are some of these duos gonna last? I know we have all of tomorrow for a lot of these big name teams to still try to clutch up and qualify for the finals, but some of the performances that we saw today were legit pathetic. Let's go over all of the duos though that currently look really good and are on pace to qualify. We have first place currently of Ghost and Hyper on 489. They won 2 out of their 10 matches, got 81 total elims, and an average placement of 18.2. Nobody was able to qualify in one singular day on EU today, so all of these duos are still going to need to play tomorrow to make sure that they secure their spot in the finals. But Ghost and Hyper looking really good. Second place, this might be a little bit worrisome for Mr. Savage and Scroll, because Pix and Scroll are currently in second place after day 1 of opens. They didn't win any games, but they still finished with 473 elims and were the only duo to get an average placement of 5.43 in the opens. This was just absolute insane consistency out of them. They literally only had 1 game today in which they finished outside of the top 5 in one of their matches. Like, these guys played absolutely insane today. If you're wondering where in the world is Mr. Savage actually at, he tweeted out yesterday that he was going to Mexico, but then I think I heard something that his flight got delayed, and then he was literally even on Clix' stream last night.
Come on, chat! Number 1, chat! Savage is in the house!
So yeah, I mean, it looks like Mr. Savage is not going to be playing any tournaments this week, and probably not next week either. It did seem like Scroll wanted to stick with Mr. Savage, but at the same time, Scroll is never going to be 100% locked into anybody, especially with FNCS not starting for 5 more months, and this could be a tryout for Pix, since Pix also does not have a duo either, and he's still a super phenomenal player. And these guys did look very good after day number 1. Another duo that has looked so good recently, winning a game in yesterday's Eval Cup, finally getting to play the Eval Cup now. Focus and Thomas HD finished with 464 points, won 1 out of their 10 matches, 53 total elims for them. I am very excited to see how these guys are going to look in the Div Cup finals, because in the Eval Cup finals they look super impressive. 4th place was Radion, 5th place was Khan, 6th place was Cade, 7th was Turtle, 8th place was Chap and Flixie on 423. They won 1 out of their 10 matches, and of course, as you guys probably could have guessed, finished with the most elims on day number 1 with 84 total elims between them. I'm going to continue to say that this is currently the best duo on all of EU. They seem to qualify for basically every single finals. I just need to see some more consistent finals placements out of them now as well. We did also get to see one fight today between Chap and Flixie versus Vanya and Swizzy, so I want to show how that fight ended up going.
Parfait, récupère le kill, malheureusement derrière ça nous backstab dans le dos du côté de Vanya Boubou. C'est qui? Flixie vs Wheezy. Nice. Nice. Ça va être chaud, ça va être chaud, même s'il a un HP. Allez, meurs.
9th place is Perdage, and then rounding out the top 10, speaking of Swizzy and Vanya, is Swizzy and Vanya on 419. They won 1 out of their 10 matches, got 74 total elims as well, so their elim numbers were relatively high today, which is something that I was impressed with them. I feel like I say this every single week with Vanya and Swizzy, but I really am just waiting until they show everybody why they can be one of, if not the best duos on all of EU. They have had a little bit of trouble of being able to consistently qualify for finals, but it looks like they're going to be able to make the finals this weekend, and I really hope that they play super highly. Some of the other big names that are on pace is like 20th place of Trulex and Chicho, 23rd place of Ping and Kiro. This has been another one of just the most consistent Div Cup teams ever since they started playing tournaments together. They've gotten 4th and 2nd in the only 2 Div Cup finals that they have played together, so also expecting some pretty big things out of them this week. 24th place, another duo that everybody's expecting big things out of, is Chino and Vino on 385. They won 1 out of their 10 matches, got 72 total elims. This duo has been a little bit quiet in the most recent Div Cups, and very similar to what we were saying about Swizzy and Vanya, I'm just waiting for Chino and Vino to show why they also should be in contention for winning every single one of these tournaments as well. 28th place is a duo that qualifies for every single finals, but has really yet to do anything in any of the finals that they have qualified for, of Sky and Marius on 369. If you've watched any of these videos, you know I basically say the same things about Sky and Marius tournament after tournament. Every single time they make finals, and every single time I feel like I am being a little bit let down by them. So hopefully they can have a big week this week. 29th place is Vidil and Rezon on 362. 30th place is Hari and Kami, another one of the most just consistent duos this entire season. And then that is about it currently for all of our big names inside of the top 50. We have a bunch of duos that are outside of the top 50, like 63rd place of Pablo and Ferdoxy on 315. They weren't able to win any games today, got 61 total elims and an average placement of 21.0. These guys really need to qualify for a Div Cup finals together, because they actually did miss the last 2 weeks of Div Cup finals. Ferdoxy has really just had such a weird season. He started off this tournament literally at the highest of highs, winning the Div Cup finals with Chino. We then know he went on to get dropped. He played with Pablo. They got 11th place in their first week of finals together while being contested, and then after that they haven't been able to qualify for a single Div Cup finals since then. So there's a real chance that Ferdoxy's season goes 1st place, 11th place, and then miss the finals for 3 straight weeks. So I'm really hoping that they're able to make the finals and show what they can do this weekend. Our duo that just finished top 4 last week in the finals in 90th place of Moneymaker and Fanayan. One of them that is very surprising, in 104th place of Shark and Teeny. They finished with only 273 points and only 55 total elims as well. This duo only had 1 top 10 all day in the opens. I don't really know what ended up going wrong for them. They had a couple of high elim games, just weren't able to put together any consistent matches. They were dying off spawn a bunch. Hopefully they're able to clutch up and qualify for the finals, because this team has been so good since they formed together. Another duo that I know we are all hoping is able to clutch up and qualify for the finals as well is 111th place of Mongrel and Mixin. So yes, Mongrel and Mixin did end up sticking together. They are playing yet another week of the Div Cups now, and they also only finished today getting 2 games inside of the top 10, with a 6 elim 3rd and a 1 elim 6th. So yeah, really hoping that Mongrel is able to clutch up and qualify for the finals tomorrow, because there definitely is a real possibility that Mongrel and Mixin could split if they don't qualify for finals. We had Peterbot and Rise in 271st place, only got 14 elims and 10 total matches. Looking like we're probably unfortunately gonna get another week where Peterbot doesn't make the EU finals. Yapko and Uppel in 299th place. And then some of the big names that I was just really surprised on how bad they did today was 308th place of Vico and iDrop on 168. Didn't win a single game today, only got 42 total elims. I mean, dude, I don't even know what to say with so many of these super good duos that should be qualifying for every single one of these finals, and especially in a 2-day opens format. Like, I'm not writing off Vico and iDrop yet, but it just seems like on EU especially, so many of our super good players are struggling to even be able to make finals consistently. One of the duos that I think I'm just ready to wave the white flag on, these guys just gotta split up eventually. 469th place is Merstash and Tayson. Merstash and Tayson got 99 points in 10 total matches of an EU Opens qualifiers. They got 25 total elims and an average placement of 32. This duo didn't get a single game today where they placed inside of the top 20 even in an opens format. They didn't get a single game where they finished with over 6 elims either. Like, they literally only played one game together in the last Div Cup finals before they literally just gave up and stopped queuing. I was honestly surprised that they even queued opens today. They might have been better off just not even playing. I mean, they're legit gonna need like a 500 plus point day 2 if they somehow want to be able to qualify for the finals. It's got to be over for them eventually. 479th place is definitely not a duo I expected to be in this position, because week after week I feel like I say this has been one of the most consistent duos on all of EU in terms of qualifying for finals, up there with like Ping and Kiro, and that is Malibuka and Panzer. Only got 93 points in 10 matches with 15 elims. Definitely also expected a lot more out of them. And then another duo that it's like, bro, how long are we gonna stick together? I'm legit on the last page of this leaderboard right here. I cannot scroll further past this. They're at the literal bottom of the barrel here. Walks and Pixie got 80 points in 10 total matches, 20 total elims, an average placement of 33 as well. Didn't get a single game inside of the top 15. Their highest elim game of the day was a 7 elim 26th place. I mean, these guys can't qualify for finals. They can't place in finals. This was supposed to be one of the duos I was most excited about going into duos. And I have to admit, they definitely probably have been the most disappointing team so far to me. I also just don't know how long these guys can stick together. Sorry that I went on a little rant right there, bro. It's just insane what we're seeing on EU right now. Moving on to the final statistics here now. The highest damage ratio was Howley with a 2.54. Second was Dan Diffuso. Third was Marius. The most damaged players, also Marius with 13,352. Does have a pretty substantial lead on second place of GoSpot here. And then third place of Chap as well. And the most elims, of course, back at the top of the leaderboard is Chap with 49 total elims. Marius in second, Hyper in third, Swizzy in fourth, Vino in fifth, Timu in sixth, Pablo in seventh, Wish in eighth, Ghost in ninth, and then Khan in 10th. The most assists is also Timu, and then here's all of the other statistics as well. If you guys care about any of these, let me know what you guys think about everything we went over today in the comment section down below. Remember though, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we are so close to 117,000 subscribers. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. Also trying to hit 1,000 supporters on my code, and we're getting close to that goal. So thank you guys all so much. YouTube says there's like one of these two videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.